Cast your mind back 6 months ago when a group of high-flying Eagles conquered all before them and took their first state league title in 5 years. Tonight, they meet their fierce rivals once again, this time in their opening match of the 2025-26 season. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Baseball Park for our first of our Friday Night Lights live broadcasts of the State Baseball League for 25-26. And ain't no better way to start than with a rematch of last season's grand finalists. The Braves eyeing redemption this season after being dominated by the Eagles 2-0 after winning the last 2 titles prior to last March's decider. Paul Persick's my name. Great to have your company for the first time in season 25-26. We're live on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube channels this season for what is going to be an exciting summer of State Baseball League action and a sort of a new era in the competition with, of course, one of the key points during the pre-season was the introduction of a brand new player point system designed to equalise the competition from the top teams to the bottom teams in eye of a closer 25-26 season in comparison to the years of domination of the Braves and also Morley in recent years. Will we see a more open season? Only time will tell. As you see, the Morley Eagles gearing up for what is going to be an exciting opening to the season. Let's go and have a look at some of their key players for what is going to be a big season. Expect the likes of Kieran Hall, who's starting tonight, Alex Hall to be damaging in their respective roles, Jess Williams opening in the Eagles batting lineup. But you've also got a great depth of rookies in the side. A lot of young kids that are getting a go tonight in their first game of the season. Cameron Barr, watch out for him. He's going to be huge. Kieran Chapman in the middle of the order. And in those clean-up spots, Reese Thompson, Tom Williams and Matt Dixon. While for the Braves, as you see, the coaches and the umpires exchanging lineups and getting set for a start, determining who's going to take to the plate first. The Braves also have got a very good lineup as well. The two Kennellys, Tim and Matt, in the side tonight. Matt Kennelly as designated hitter, and Todd Hatcher will start from the mound off the back of an amazing season. ERA of 1.94. Took wins in 5 of those encounters. He was on the mound, including an impressive 78 strikeouts, just 5 behind Matt Kennelly, who's playing his role as designated hitter this evening from that 6th place in the batting order. This is actually the 3rd game of the Gala round that is opening the season this week. We've had 2 games over the last 48 hours, and they were won by Rockingham and Swan Districts. On Wednesday night here at Baseball Park on October 1, the Rockingham Rams set up their victory with a 4-run 3rd inning to run away from South Perth 4-1 in the 7 innings. Keane was brilliant on the mound, 5 completed innings and 11 strikeouts. Watch out for him this season as the Rams look to build on reaching their first ever finals match. And their top hitters, Vinny Tarantola, led from the front, had 2 RBI out of 3 completed innings at bat. For South Perth, they really struggled to get anything going until late in the match. They only had 1 run at the top of the 6th inning, and that was scored by Sorpole at the top of the order. While last night, it was a bit of a run fest here at Baseball Park between Swan Districts and the Gosnells Hawks. The Hawks got out to a 4-3 lead after 2. The Swan Districts came back brilliantly in the 5th and in the 7th to snatch the game 6-5 in 7. And for Swan Districts, players like Hoyt, Kurosawa and Hamilton all scored at crucial times. While for Gosnells, they weren't disgraced. Mackay got plenty of hits from his 4 at-bat. Leach also scored early on in the piece for Gosnells, while their stars on the mound all led from the front. Verone, 6 strikeouts from 3 1/3 inning, and Homer, 4 from 4 completed innings for the Gosnells Hawks. It's going to be the Braves that'll take to the field first, and their lineup starting off is as follows. Todd Hatcher from the mound, Dan Choi starting catcher, Kevin Clark starting at first base, second baseman belonging to Jeff Kerr, third base going to, of course, Jake Bowery. At shortstop is Lenny Golding, Joel Beaches at left field, centre field is Tim Kennelly, and Liam Collins starting at right field for this evening's encounter. And opening proceedings from the top of the order, the first 3 due for the Morley Eagles, Jess Williams, Alex Hall, and Mitch Graham, who played a stirring role from third base in the Eagles' grand final triumph back in March. They've got a lot of good left-handers in that side. Of course, one big hitter missing from their lineup this year is Ulrich Boyarski, who was one of the players of the final series. He signed for the Melbourne Aces during the off-season. Huge loss for the Morley Eagles as far as their big hitting division is concerned, but their depth is tremendous. Just looking at the big hitters they've got in their current lineup, Williams, Hall, Graham, they are going to be a hard side to beat in 25-26. Some tipping them to go back-to-back this season, but easier said than done in this competition. We saw the Braves do it in the last 2 seasons. But with the new player points system being introduced, who knows whether they can go back-to-back this season. Just going on those player points, the Eagles and the Braves tonight, we can tell you that the Eagles are only using 19 of their 30 allocated points. They're not allowed to use more than the aforementioned 30 points. And for the Braves, they're using 22, so they're going with a little bit more experience this evening here at Baseball Park. Will it be experience or will it be youth that will win it out this evening? Only time will tell. Let's get underway. Harcher will be facing Williams to start off our Friday night broadcast in 25-26. Harcher with 78 strikeouts last season. What's he going to do? Left-hander versus left-hander to open. We start things off with one just outside the strike zone. A 1-0 count to begin proceedings. Good battle this one. Left-hander versus left-hander. Todd Harcher regarded as one of the best in the competition. That one's right up the gut. Strike one. Tremendous pace. That fastball really catching Williams in 2 minds. Forcing Williams to just let that one go and take a called strike. Well spread set up in the outfield for the Braves. That one with a little bit more air and Williams not having a bar of it. 2-1. Count at this, the top of the first. The Harcher State Baseball League 25-26. First of our broadcast games. How fitting, the grand final rematch between these 2 competitive teams. That one's right up there. Williams goes for a swing, but a foul behind home plate. Jess Williams, a tremendous season at the bat. Batting average hitting 440 in the 11 games that he played. 44 plate appearances. Impressive record, leading the team to the championship last season. Can he repeat the dose in this first game? Good ground ball hit towards first base. That goes past Clark. And Kerr fumbles when he was looking to retrieve the ball out of second. And a single to get things started for the Eagles. Jess Williams grounding that one towards first. Fumbles from Clark and Kerr, allowing Jess Williams to get the first base hit of the season for the Morley Eagles. They've started off well. There is Jeff Kerr, who was used as an opening part of the Braves batting lineup in the grand final series, and throughout the finals to mixed results. He did lead them to a grand final, but he failed to fire in the 2 grand final games. Alex Hall is next up in that second spot for the Eagles. Williams is occupied at first, facing the first pitch, and that one's right up there from Todd Harcher. Strike one. Let us know where you're watching from on our Facebook and YouTube channels. We've had some great support from here in WA, but also right around the nation too, and even around the world, as Harcher tosses one up a little higher than what he'd expected. That's ball 1. The 1-1. All letting that one go. Just close toward the zone there, but just short. 2-1 pitch coming up. Mitch Graham off camera warming up. He's the 3rd man due in for the Eagles. Harcher throws that one. That's right up there. Strike 2. Took a little bit of pace off that last pitch, forcing Alex Hall to go at it in the case of a fastball. But very smart by Harcher to take some pace off that last pitch. The 2-2. Still no outs. The Eagles starting with a clean slate after Williams got a ground ball to first, and Hall swings and misses. Harcher gets an early blow for the Braves. His first strikeout of the year. And that is the first away for the Eagles. And here comes Mitch Graham strolling up to the plate. Played such a blistering game at bat and also at third base in the 2 grand final games. His ground fielding, a big asset to the Eagles' championship win. He's a good power hitter as well, batting at number 3 in the order. He faces his first pitch from Harcher and his first of the season. That one's very high and well taken by the starting catcher in Dan Choi. Really had to go for that one. Considering how high I had to toss that one. Graham hitting at 340 last season. Over 100 plate appearances this season. Williams, he's sneaking up to second, slides in! Safe, a fumble at second by Kerr. And Williams advances to second. A strong start here by the Eagles. They are switched on from the get-go. And an early time is being called, unsurprisingly. At this, the top of the first, there you see Harcher and Dan Choi. A bit of a chin wag talking about tactics. That's ball 2 in the meantime. The Eagles applying the pressure early. Trying to get an early thread through Williams. The 2-0. One out for the Eagles. Well spread set up in the infield. Harcher puts that one low to the bottom right corner. 3-0. Would want to get this man out. He'd be a prized scalp. He's usually a strong hitter when the ball is in the area. That time was a 3-0. 3-1. 3-1 the count. Williams still on second. Harcher just glancing at Williams, keeping him honest. In it comes. Big swing from Graham. Getting all of that one. And a foul, so got ourselves a 3-2. Still with one out. Harcher would want to keep Williams stranded at second. In comes the 3-2 from Harcher. Want to get one right down the middle here. He did. Graham went for the swing. Got a top edge into foul territory. Conditions very good to start the day, but as the day's gone on, it's been pretty chilly. There is a bit of a stiff breeze going across the ballpark that'll make hitting against the draft quite difficult for the top order batters of both sides, but should it ease off toward the later stages of the game, we'll likely see some more big hits from the top batters of both sides. Graham swings and misses. That one just sinking a little lower. Graham thinking that one was going to hold its line, went for the big swing, but came up with nothing. And that is a strikeout for Harcher, a very important one. As Mitch Graham goes back to the dugout, Williams stranded on second. Here comes Jason Miller. He's acting as Eagles' designated hitter for this evening's matchup. And he's facing the dangerous and damaging left arm of Todd Harcher. That one bobbles out of Choi. Williams is going to sneak up to third. Great start for Jess Williams. Sneaking up to third. Choi having an attack of the fumbles. Trying to clutch that one behind home plate. That'll mean it's a 1-0 count. Still 2 outs. Williams looking to sneak home and get the first runs on the board. That one in line. Miller's shoulder. Ball 2. Harcher has not conceded a base on balls at this point. But has thrown a couple of high ones, a couple of high fastballs, not getting inside that strike zone. This is his first match, so he is taking his time to just get back into the swing of things after a long off season. In comes the 2-0. That one's still in line with Miller's shoulders. 3 straight balls to begin. Jason Miller, the designated hitter for this evening. 63 plate appearances, 20 games played, average of 260, just above median line. And that one also in line with the shoulders of Miller. That's ball 4. So base on balls, we'll see Miller occupying first. So players on first and third for the Eagles at the top of the first. If you're just joining us on Baseball WA's Facebook and YouTube pages, showing you live action. The Harcher State Baseball League for 25-26. This is our first broadcast game, the grand final rematch. We see Cameron Barr. Cameron Barr going up the order in that 5th spot. As on first and third as Hatcher puts a beauty of a fast ball. Strike 1. Plenty of sizzle on that one. The umpire just having a chat with Kieran Chapman for a couple of seconds there before we can get action back underway. The 0-1. 2 in the shed for the Eagles. Looking to get Williams home. Score the first runs. That one's up there. Swing. And just missing that one. Plenty of pace from Todd Hatcher. That's 0-2. Starting to get into the groove now. 0-2. Hatcher wants to put an end to this innings. Stop the thread of Williams scoring. He's also got an eye on the first baseman there. Swing and a miss! Hatcher finishes off in style with a couple of strikeouts. And it sees Williams stranded on third and Miller stranded on first as we head to the bottom of the first here at Baseball Park. The grand final rematch, it is 1-0. 0-0 between the two sides, Morley and the Braves. And this is the first game of season 25-26 on our live broadcast. We see a couple of highlights. A wonderful team at front row screens doing a great job in the State League broadcast, and dominating that first interval was really Hatcher's pitching. He was a bit all over the shop early on, but then started to get into the groove, got a couple of fast balls in, finished off in style with some good strikeouts, and there you see some good ground ball hitting from Williams. And the Braves still just trying to clean out the cobwebs, I would say. Fumbles from Clark and Kerr. And then Hatcher was able to get back in the groove. A couple of strikeouts and leave the Eagles stranded. As we head towards the bottom of the first. And we'll get you towards the Morley Eagles starting lineup for this part of the innings. Kieran Hall, starting pitcher for the Eagles. Reese Thompson as starting catcher. Kieran Chapman starting at first base. Jess Williams, second baseman. Graham at third base. Dixon at shortstop. And the outfielders, Cameron Barr at left field. Alex Hall at centre field. And, of course, Tom Williams at right field. That's the starting lineup for the Eagles as they take the field for the first time in season 25-26. This, of course, part of Gala Round in the Harcher State Baseball League for 25-26. Both teams have 2 matches apiece. Both sides will do it all again on Saturday and Sunday, respectively, at the respective grounds. This, of course, being the side's first game of the year. It's a good turnout as well. Braving the chilly conditions. Good to see Paul Morgan out in the stands tonight. He's sporting the Perth Heat jacket. Had a bit of a chat with him about 30 minutes before we went on air. He's confident about the season ahead. And he's looking forward to another great season for the Perth Heat as well, who were at first weren't playing in the new look ABL this season, and now they are after all. Bottom of the first, Beaches facing Hall. Oh, that was a brute to start things off, and it hit Joel Beaches right on the shoulder, and an instant walk. By gee, that looked nasty. As we take a look on the replay, Kieran Hall starting on the mound. Joel Beaches facing. Ooh, that looked nasty, but Joel Beaches able to dust himself off and walk to first. An instant walk. Jeff Kerr in the second spot. Good right-hander. Good ground ball hit as well when it's in the area, but had to take the called strike on that first one from Kieran Hall. 80-mile-an-hour fastball with plenty of pace. Kieran Hall, 50 strikeouts last season. That one just a little bit lower to the bottom right corner. 1-1 the count. Beaches on first, Kerr facing the 1-1. Swaying out of the way there toward the pitch. That looked a little bit loose there from Kieran Hall. And just swaying to the top right corner. 1 strike followed by 2 balls, a 2-1 count. Still none away for the Braves. Swing and a miss from Kerr. That one was in the area. Kerr looked to go big, but didn't get any connection on it. And a 2-2 count. That one just sinking low. Hall on that last one, and now we've got a 3-2 count. Jeff Kerr hitting a 270 average this past season gone. 22 games played for 79 plate appearances as Kerr goes for the fences but comes up empty. Kieran Hall smoking one past Jeff Kerr for his first strikeout of the season. This was a ripper from Kieran Hall. That's an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Kerr, I'm afraid, had no chance of getting connection on it. And he is sent back to the dugout. That's the first one away for the Braves. And here comes Tim Kennelly now. This man can hit him big. If he gets it in the right area, he'll have no doubt going for a swing at this one. But that first one, he will not. That one too low for his liking. He's got a sharp eye at the plate. There's Tim Kennelly, 480 average. But keep in mind, that was only in 8 games because of Perth heat duties last season. When he hits them, they stay hit. The breeze just easing off at the moment, so it'll be at the right time for him to go for it. He's in 2 minds on that last fastball there. Takes the called strike. An even count at 1-1. Tim Kennelly, 8 games for 32 plate appearances. At bat 25 times, 480 average, including 12 hits. And hitting a homer during the season. That one's very high. That's going to allow the first baseman in Beaches to sneak into second. Oh, that's an error Kieran Hall would want to put behind him straight away. And that's allowed Joel Beaches to steal second. Two and 1 is the count. 1 out on the board. Too low for Kennelly's liking there. Trying to get him to swing on a sinker. Kieran Hall looking to build on his championship winning season last year. In it comes, Kennelly with a pop fly. Who wants it? It's going to be Graham. He's got his eye on it. Got him. Great catch. Mitch Graham, who did plenty of damage at third base during the finals, has now got another salvo in his team's favour. An infield fly. Kennelly tried to get onto it, but mistiming that fast ball from Hall. That's 2 outs. And Beaches still stranded at second as they bring in another left-hander in Jake Bowie. Jake Bowie facing his first pitch from Kieran Hall. That is a drop strike. As Bowie was caught having a glance at that one, even if the starting catcher in Reese Thompson dropped it. That is ruled a drop strike, so the count will be 0-1. Time being called, as you see on your screen there, the umpires chatting with Thompson, Kieran Hall. Here, of course, this is their first game of the Gala round, as each team has 2 matches. Both sides will have another hit out over the next couple of days. The weather will have a say in that one. They are scheduled to play Perth tomorrow, the Morley Eagles, here at Baseball Park, and the Braves will have their second match of Gala round on Sunday morning against South Perth. Let's just hope the weather plays ball and doesn't affect proceedings. Of course, if it does rain, of course, there is the possibility of matches being replayed. We saw that in the women's series. That ball ricocheted off the net. Foul. 0-2 the count we saw in the first match of the new Women's Elite Series between the Giants and the Braves. That got rained out on its original date. And it was replayed later in the season. Let's hope it's not the case this season. That one's a rubber. That's ball one. 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Braves looking to get first on the board. Kieran Hall. That one's very close to the left side of the plate, forcing Bowie to crouch down. That's that one through to Thompson. Even count, 2-2, 2 outs at the bottom of the first. That one just inches short from the plate. We got a full count. 3-2 with 2 down. Right down the middle. Got him. That's a strikeout for Hall. That finishes off the first. And both teams still locked at 0-0 after the first innings of the 25-26 season for the Braves and the Eagles here at Baseball Park. We've got a good contest on our hands in the early stages. Last season's grand finalists battling it out in the first match, season 25-26. Some of the highlights of the first innings. Back live at Baseball Park, the first Friday night of 25-26. No better way to start than with the 2 grand finalists from 6 months earlier. Battle it out in hotly anticipated grand final rematch. Great time for baseball around the world, not just the opening of the State League, but the postseason in the MLB. Divisional series is set as well. All 4 series can be absolute beauties. The Phillies and the Dodgers. Series first playoff encounter between the 2 sides since 2009. Should be a great series. The Yankees also up against the Blue Jays. Those 2 series should be sensational, as will this game. Kieran Chapman will lead it off for the Eagles. He's facing Todd Hatcher to begin the second inning here at Baseball Park. And that one from Hatcher, quick but wide, top left corner. 1-0 the count. Chapman not having a bar of that one either, as that sinks low. Bottom corner of the plate. 2-0. Hatcher with a 25-13 pitches to strikes ratio in the early stages of this game. What can he do with this one? He gets it in the zone. Much better from Todd Hatcher. Strike 1. Two and 1. Another one down the middle. Fastball can do plenty of damage. One of the best pitchers in the competition. 2-2. Ground ball, didn't get all of it as Harcher takes his time, throws to first. Clark caps it off. That's one down. Much better fielding there from the Braves. A couple of fumbles at the first, but Harcher was able to compose himself. Rubber the ground ball, as we see on the replay. Kieran Chapman looking to hit big toward right field. Got a bottom edge. Beautiful throw from Harcher to Kevin Clark, starting at first baseman. Reece Thompson is the next to face. That second spot leading off from Chapman as he takes a strike. Oh and 1. Good change up there from Hall, but Thompson wanting to go big, got an edge, foul ball. Quick, but a little too high. One down for the Eagles to start second inning. Hot hatch up. The Eagles starting catcher, Reece Thompson. Again, just outside the zone, 2-2. Reece Thompson, number 18, on his back. 23 games played, just below the median line, 240 hitting average this past season. Good ground ball hitter as well. Likes to get a scoring thread going. Strong attribute in his game, allowing his lower order hitters to build on that thread and gives the big hitters a chance to cap it all off. Just on the edge of the zone. That's Tom Williams. And that first out there. 0-1. Swing there from Thomas, but the umpire's letting him off. That was just outside the zone. 1-1. 2 up, 2 down. Good change up there from Harcher. Took a bit of pace off it. Had Tom Williams thinking twice. Four strikeouts so far for Harcher. Can he make it 5? This will be a great start to the season. So far for the Braves starting pitcher. Tries to change it up again, but toss that one up high. Giving Williams an easy chance to bypass that loose pitch. Two away for the Eagles. They haven't had a thread going. Swing and a miss. Harcher has 5. 5 strikeouts in 2 completed innings for Todd Harcher. And that's 3 up, 3 down on the Eagles. The score still locked at 0-0 in this grand final rematch between the Eagles and the Braves. Heading into the bottom of the second here at Baseball Park. Paul Persick with you on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube channels. Of course, big thanks to the team at Front Row Screens putting our broadcast together. Coming off another exciting football season too. Congratulations to all the team there. Big 6 months of football. What a job they did. They continue to excite and excel, providing live coverage of great sport here in Western Australia. Back here at Baseball Park, grand final rematch between the Eagles and the Braves. Leading off is Kevin Clark, starting first baseman for the reigning champs. As they'll look to establish some momentum. It's been a bit of a stalemate so far. It's been dominated by the starting pitchers in Hall and Hatcher thus far, but the batters will look to establish some momentum for their respective sides as Hall throws a brute of a first pitch. Kevin Clark just having to get out of the way there. Lucky not to have the same fate as Joel Beeches when he faced his lone pitch of the first innings. Clark just pushing his foot forward, but good presence of mind to let that one go. Two and 0. 3 straight balls now for Kieran Hall. Kevin Clark seeing them off very well. This time it's right up there from Hall. Clark in two minds whether to go at it. Clark takes a called strike, 3-1. Kevin Clark, tough season at plate, only 210 hitting average as he sees that one off. Ball 4. That'll be a base on balls. He'll stroll over to first and give an opportunity to the designated hitter, Matt Kennelly. 300 average last season, 18 games played. And he was not affected by Perth heat duties, had a near full season with the Braves. 18 games he played in comparison to some of the more frequent players on the Braves side who play about 25 to 27 games. That one's a half volley from Hall and an obvious ball 1. Cavalier, the coach of the Eagles, and Josh Kennelly making his managerial debut for last season's runners-up. We wish them all the best in the dugout this season as another low one is fired by Hall. Clark still occupying first base. As I said after the break, it's a game so far that has been controlled by those folks on the mound. Hall and Hatcher. Goes low again. 3-0. Brilliant turnout for this first game. Friday Night Lights this season, of course, the third game of the round. As we mentioned at the start, Rockingham winning the opening game on Wednesday night. Swan Districts in a run fest over Gosnells last night. This time, Hall puts one up there. Plenty of pace. 3-1. Kennelly sees that one off, but he had to take the strike. All in the groove once again. Kennelly sees a base on balls there. 4-2, so players will occupy first and second. Of course, our first broadcast, you can see most Friday nights and most Wednesday nights as well. Wednesday nights home of the Women's Series, the Women's Elite Series in its second iteration, with the 4 teams, Kareen, Kalamunda, the Braves and Wanneroo. You can see those games live, free and in full on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube channels throughout the 2025-26 season. Liam Collins in that third spot, leading off from Clark and Kennelly. Strike 1 from Hall. The field pushing a bit deeper now, both the first, second, third and shortstop infielders for the Eagles. Looking for a miss hit. So far, Hall's not allowing Collins to get any contact on those first 2 pitches. It's a 1-on-1 count. 31 for 12. The pitches to strikes ratio for Kieran Hall. He's faced only 6 batters up to this point. The 1-on-1. Tries to go big, but to no avail. 1-2 for Liam Collins. 1 and 2, Collins facing. Folly. And looking to sneak in there was the man at second base in Clark, but decided against it. Moment of panic there from the men at first and second base, but they both thought better of it. 2 and 2. Again going low. What the Braves do here? They've got scoring thread going. Swing and a miss. And Clark is sent packing. Hall wins this battle. That's 1 away for the Braves. This will bring up Braves starting catcher Daniel Choi. 310 hitting average in 22 games. 65 plate appearances, 58 at bat. A very good average too. 310 including 18 hits and 16 singles for a 10 RBI. Facing one of the Eagles' most damaging pitches of 24-25. Ball 1. Going low to the bottom left. 2 straight balls to begin for Choi. Infield just pushing back now. Swing and a miss for Choi. Tried to go for the fences but came up empty. 2 and 1. And just zing past the timber of Choi's bat. Choi muster here. Top edge behind home plate. Foul ball. 2 and 2. Two, 1 away. Players on first and second. That one's fast, carried some height, and Choi thought that one was going to sink. He went for the swing, but came up empty. Hall is all of a sudden catching some heat. 4 strikeouts for Kieran Hall, and this will bring up Lenny Golding. Games played, 270 hitting average for Lenny Golding. He needs to get Kennelly and Clark going to get the first runs on the board as Golding off the first pitch top edges that one behind home plate into foul territory. Just letting that one go past. Low sinker there, 1 and 1. Also just getting a slight edge. Might have heard a slight thud there from the bat. Lenny Golding. 1 and 2. 2 outs. Golding goes for a swing. Got some connection. Again in foul territory. Quite start both sides so far. Braves desperate to break the deadlock. They've got 2 at the respective plates. Only on first, Clark at second. Liam Collins and Daniel Choi failed to fire. It's close. Lenny Golding left the task at hand to try and keep the Braves scoring thread alive. It's an even count, 2-2 with 2 outs. Kieran Hall want to put the thread to an end. Time. just loosening himself up a little bit. Just trying to throw Hall off his game, but Hall as composed as ever. The 2-2. One also top edge. I thought he had enough of that one, but not to be. Braves last season with a 24-6 record heading into the finals. Last season, Morley 22-8. They were 2 wins behind. They would go on to win their final 4 games. In fact, they won their last 8 to win the title. Swing and a miss. Ball puts the Braves' pursuit to an end for another innings. We've completed 2, and it's locked together at 0-0 in the grand final rematch. And again, the second innings was one controlled by the starting pitchers as Hall and Harcher continued their battle, and it's very even in the early goings as we see Harcher first off on the mound. That one just curving back into the zone, leaving the Eagles batters deceived if that one was going to stay outside the zone or curve back in. They just weren't able to make a decision in time. There, a ground ball this time. Harcher was able to compose himself and throw that one to Kevin Clark for a round out. And the matchup between the two starting for both sides. Harcher 38 for 22 in the pitches to strikes ratio. He's got 5 strikeouts. Hall 47 for 22. He's faced 9 batters and has struck 5 out. You would say at this stage, narrowly, Harcher would be winning that matchup. Every 16 pitches, he's had a couple of strikes. So he started off well. He's conceded 1 hit. Hall hasn't conceded 1 yet. Only been 1 hit throughout the game. Hall has drawn 2 base on balls. Harcher only 1. Based on the number of strikeouts alone, and also the ratio between the 2 pitchers, you'd have Harcher narrowly winning this matchup. Expect that one to go right to the end. Can they pitch a completed game? That remains to be seen, but it is possible. Leading things off for the Eagles as we take you back live to Empire Ballpark. Beautiful sight. Start of the baseball season. Under lights, first Friday night of the season, first broadcast match of 25-26. Let's have your company on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube pages. Bringing you all the live action. Matt Dixon is going to lead things off. 230 hitting average last season on the lower point of the order. High wide one there from Hatch to start off. 1-0. Dixon looks to go big, gets a top edge, foul ball. One. Hatcher tosses one up high. Largely unchanged in the fielding setup for the Braves. 2-1 the count. Make that 3-1 with that low sinker. Again, big swing from Dixon, and again a top edge, a foul. Batting lineups haven't really got going in the early stages of this matchup, but anything can happen. 3-2. The inside corner, just outside the zone. Base on balls, Dixon strolls over to first. None away still for the Eagles as they've completed their first rotation of the batting lineup. The Eagles take things back to Jess Williams, who started off the season with a single in his first at-bat, and he's looking to back it up with a player on first, that being Matt Dixon. Goes for a bunt. He's taking the gamble, aiming to send his teammate to second, and it's paid off. A sacrifice bunt from Williams. He does fall short at first, but has allowed Dixon to sneak up to second. As we take a look on the replay, sacrifice bunt from Williams going down the line at first, but Clark making the tag just before Williams was able to get his foot to the plate. Good presence of mind there by Kevin Clark to make that first out. And this brings up Alex Hall for his second at-bat. With Dixon on second. That's a drop strike. Good change of pace there by Harcher, but that gave Hall the opportunity to go for a swing. Missed time. 0-1. Harcher keeping Dixon honest. Eyeing him at second. In comes the pitch. Another beauty there from Harcher. He's tempting. He's wanting Alex Hall to swing at it. And he's missed both times. 0-2. To Alex Hall, just taking a little bit of time there, just trying to throw Harcher off his game, but Hatcher's unfazed. Showing great maturity for a player of his age. On the mound, Hall. Facing Harcher, the left-hander. Second most strikeouts of the Braves last season. In it comes. A little bit lower, but again has tempted Hall to swing and has sent him back. Great variety Harcher has got on the mound. That one just sinking to the right corner. And Alex Hall fell for the temptation, swinging at that low sinker, and has paid the price. That's 2 down now for the Eagles, with Dixon still stranded at second, and he needs Mitch Graham to send him home. Mitch Graham, good power, especially in that backswing. And he gets a good connection on it. The breeze has eased off, so that'll allow him to hit against the draft. Try and go into the outfield, who haven't had a lot of action in the first 2.5 innings. Graham is second at bat. Right down the middle from Harcher, strike one. The 0-1. That one just going wide. Well done by Graham to just see that one past. One and one count. Graham caught looking there. He was wanting to go for it, decided against it. And now it's a 1-2 count. Hatcher really in the groove now. He's eager to put an end to another potential Eagles threat. Six strikeouts he's got to his name. He has started this season in a flourish. Graham with a beautiful drive over left field, and that's going to send Dixon home. Dixon will score first for the reigning champions. An RBI double for Mitch Graham. We said he's a powerful hitter. He went against the draft, and that has sent Dixon home 1-0 to Morley at the top of the third. What a hit from Mitch Graham. He's got power in those arms, and he made good use of it. Got it in the right area. Nice line drive over left field. And brings the first run to the Eagles. Jason Miller. He's next up with Mitch Graham at second. One too far inside from Hatcher. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Miller looking to emulate Graham on that second pitch, but that is strike one. Jason Miller, designated hitter this evening. That one just to the left hand of the plate there, just inches outside the zone. 2-1. Miller, a pop fly towards second. Kerr underneath it, makes the catch, and a timely one as well. But it's the Eagles that are on the board in this grand final rematch. They lead 1-0. Bottom of the third here at Baseball Park in this grand final rematch between the Eagles and the Braves. And it's the Eagles that are on the board off the back of an RBI double from Mitch Graham that sent Matt Dixon home to score the first run of the season for the reigning champs. And they're looking to pick up where they left off in March. They beat the Braves 2-0 in the grand final series, and they've started well. And so far, they lead at 1-0. It's now up to the Braves to answer the Eagles' challenge to say, are you good enough to take us on again? I've got no doubt they do have the lineup to take them on once again. The Braves former two-time back-to-back champions. They've got strong depth in both their batting lineup and pitching rotation. Hatcher has been good until, of course, that last inning when he surrendered another hit and a run. Until this point, he had a very good ratio. Strikeouts to boot as well. The Braves are back to the top of their batting lineup. Joel Beaches. Of course, got the brutal pitch from Hall. His left shoulder. Got an automatic walk. First. See Hall can muster on this second. This time, it's a swing and a miss from Beaches. Strike one. That one again just had plenty of sizzle. That was 85 miles an hour every day of the week. Strike two. Just edged on the last one. Just foul ball. Repeat the on two. Teams to look out for this season will be these two that are on the screen now. So too the Morley Giants, Rockingham as well, back of their first ever final last season. Some more experienced players back in their side. Also got some very good imports as well. Look out for the Rams. Districts have got a couple of good imports as well. The Eagles also looking to get some imports too, to make up for the loss of their big hitter Ulrich Bojarski, who's with the Melbourne Aces this summer. Beaches that one into foul territory. Will repeat the 1 and 2 into the stands, and almost a souvenir for a couple of the young fans there in the stands. Good to see the young fans having a good time here at Baseball Park, and the families too, making the most of the school holidays. 1 and 2. Foul. Edge there behind home plate. As both these sides will do it again over the weekend. Saturday night and Sunday morning respectively. Gala round. All sides play 2 matches to start the season. That's a half volley. Kicking up some dirt in front of the plate as well. It's 2 and 2. Two. Beaches facing, plenty of backlift on that swing. Not much connection. Repeat 2 and 2. Almost got him looking there, but that one's outside. We've now got a 3 and 2. Again gets a faint edge. Beaches tempted to go for those big swings in the right area. Hasn't been able to get the perfect connection on them. He is a good hitter. Here's Joel Beaches. He struggled to get some consistency at the plate. 200 batting average last season. Wants to better that. But at least he'll stroll over to first, base on balls. And for Hall, that's the 3rd time in this match that he's conceded such. Jeff Kerr. Step up for his 2nd at bat. The top order will certainly need to. They're 1-0 down against the reigning champs. Want to answer that early challenge. Third basing Mitch Graham pushing in, looking for a miss hit. Chance to do so on that first pitch, 1-0. Graham at third base, pushing deep. So too, first baseman Kieran Chapman, looking for a ground ball miss hit. Maybe looking for a double play as well. Just to the left there, curving away. That's what they're going to go with, it would seem. Double play, Graham would want to inflict that double play starting for 5-6-3. Kerr swings and misses. Strike 1. That's the tactic you'd be sensing. 2 inside fielders pushing a little bit deeper. In front of the plate, Ish Chapman, usually first baseman behind the plate, or to the side, but he's out front. All sneaking in there is the first baseman. Oh, he got kept honest there. Almost lost his footing. Did Joel Beaches, but luckily for him, he was able to get to first without any trouble. 2 and 1. Green 1. One's high. That'll be ball 4. Both Joel Beaches and Jeff Kerr draw the base on balls. Runners will be on first and second. Time has been called. chat. There's catcher there. Wes Thompson, coach also coming in, Daniel Cavalier. So we're going to have a pitching change. So that's Kieran Hall done for the night. 63 pitches that he has made, 2 completed innings, 4 base on balls and 5 strikeouts. So the Eagles send in a second pitcher to replace Kieran Hall. Who's it going to be? That will be the big question as they discuss on the mound. It looks like it might be slipping there as a player was going from the bullpen far side. Sensing there that it's number 6 for the Morley Eagles. It is number 6 in Brendan Singh. So Brendan Singh on the mound for the first time, placing Kieran Hall. Spoke with Singhy on radio the other day, and he was confident taking the Eagles to another grand final series. Keen to make up, obviously, for the loss of Ulrich Bojarski over the off-season, signing with Melbourne Aces on the East Coast. And seeing 31 strikeouts in 31 and 1/3 inning in games that he had played. Faced over 139 batters, 3-2 record on the starting mound. So 28 hits and 13 runs this past season. The Eagles' second lowest in the season, along with Warwick Sawpole, who is not playing in this game tonight. We did have a question on our Facebook live stream. Are we going to see Brendan Singh? Josh Harcher posed that question, and your question is answered. Brendan Singh on the mound for the first time in place of Kieran Hall. What's he going to conjure up? What a battle he's got first up. Tim Kennelly. This should be an exhilarating battle. Runners on first and second. Just to the outside. One and 0. Still none away for the Braves. They're in a good position as Kennelly flies that one into the stands and a foul. And they're looking to make the catch. Thought that one was going in his direction, but misread it. It's a fun part of baseball. Get to catch those foul balls and keep it as a souvenir. Special parts of this great game all around the world. Facing the 1-1, Kennelly looks to go big again. The same result. A foul. Kennelly showing his intentions. He's made them clear. First and second, all infielders, more shallow setup, push behind the plates. And it comes, this time going low. Kennelly gets a ground ball straight into the hands of Singh. Will it be a double play? 1 out, 2 outs. Gone! A double play on the 1-4-3, and how timely. But that does allow Joel Beaches to sneak up to third, and still the possibility of getting that tying run for the Braves. Let's have a look on the replay. Great bit of fielding here by the Eagles. Singh, at first unsure where to throw, but he made it to second. A double play. 1-4-3 And that puts 2 back in the dugout. All of a sudden, the Braves in a clear position to score multiple runs. They've now got 1 in the shed. As Jake Bowie swings and misses on his first pitch from Brendan Singh. Bowie got deceived by the low one there. It's 0-2. Bowie tries to ground this one towards third baseline, but there's a foul. Comes the 0-2, swing and a miss. Kieran Hall able to put a stop to the potential Braves scoring threat, and that's allowed the reigning champions to preserve a 1-0 lead after 3. As we see some of the highlights of that third inning, and that's where the Eagles started to take some control. Matt Dixon trying for a couple of big hits there, missed timing, both of them. Todd Hatcher putting on the early pressure on the mound, and eventually getting the base on balls. Jess Williams taking the gamble, which turns out to have paid off, the sacrifice bunt that allowed Dixon to get up to second base. Alex Hall didn't really get going at his next at bat. Struggled to get any connection, and there you see a couple of curved balls and a fast one sending Hall packing. Good variety shown there by Hatcher, but Mitch Graham really set things up for the Eagles when he was at the plate. Got deceived by that low one. This is a lovely line drive over left field. One bounce into the wall. And that not only got him an RBI double, but gave the lead-off run, the go-ahead run, via Matt Dixon to give the Eagles a 1-0 lead, and then Hatcher fought back toward the end with a couple of strikes. But on the scoreboard, as we head to the top of the 4th, it is still Morley leading 1-0 here at Baseball Park. First of our live broadcasts of season 2025-26. Kieran Hall lost his way a little bit on the mound, just started to pitch a little loose, and that led to Dan Cavalier making a pitching change. And that saw Brendan Singh take over on the mound. Set up a double play and struck out Jake Bowie. That allowed the Eagles to preserve their 1-0 lead over former 2-time champion Braves. Back live at Baseball Park. Under lights, a magnificent sight. Cameron Barr going to lead it off for the Eagles, facing Todd Hatcher. It's not Hatcher, we've got another change, as Barr fouls that first one. There's a change. Hatcher, he's done for the night too. Tucker Smith is on the mound. This time he gets one right in the zone. Got an 0-2 count. Plenty of speed on that one from Smith, going for the big swing. Getting a top edge will beat the 0-2. Ground this one. He was aiming toward centre field, but not all that one either. 2. Bar swings and misses. Tucker Smith strikes the first blow on his stint at the mount, sending Cam Barr packing straight away. It's a 1 up, 1 down on the Eagles, and as Kieran Chapman steps up for his second at bat. This one there from Smith, very loose indeed. One and 0 the count. Smith facing Chapman. Chapman has to go big. This time he's in foul territory. One and one away. Chapman big, but top edges it. 1 and 2. Just having a good variety, Tucker Smith, of pitches there, but just not able to get that sinker in the zone by Chapman. Because it's fine, just let that one go. Even count, 2 and 2. Still the 1 away. Nice ground ball towards right field. Falling short of Collins. And Chapman gets a base hit to start the top of the 4th. Driven well there by Kieran Chapman. Timed it brilliantly. Just able to get that one short of the hands of Collins, who is situated at right field. And Chapman has now got a hit. He's going to be 1 for 2. Bring up Reese Thompson, starting catcher. Right down the middle from Smith. And that one zing past like a tracer bullet. Reese Thompson decided to take a look at that one and take the strike. That one, the umpire reprieves him. A good pitch there from Smith, maybe a bit unlucky not to get that second strike. 1 and 1, still 1 out, 1 on first. Then Chapman. And ball towards third, it goes past Bowie. And another hit for the Eagles. They're catching some heat here. Well timed there by Thompson. Chapman advances to second. Well, Thompson occupies first for himself. Now Tom Williams is looking to follow up the good work of Chapman and Thompson, who have both got base hits. Going for a sacrifice bunt, Williams. He gets all of it, and that will advance his 2 teammates up a base. Tom Williams is the second out for the Eagles. And this will bring up Matt Dixon. We got the go-ahead run for Morley. That's where it stayed so far in this game. Thompson on second, Chapman on third. At the top of the 4th. That one go, 1 out. Oh and 1. Bit high there from Smith. 1-1 the count, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Got him looking this time. Smith keen to put an end to the Eagles' threat. Keep that lead, that deficit rather, at 1-0. Be more ideal from the Braves' point of view rather than being 3 down after the top of the fourth. Ground ball to third baseline. He'd want to get an out here. The throw to first. It's close. Got him. The throw from Bowie to Clark successful. And the Braves will still have that 1-0 deficit. Better 1-0 than 3-0 from their point of view as we head towards the halfway stage of this grand final rematch. The fourth inning highlights here, thanks to the great team at FRS. Both teams with new pitchers. See Cameron Barr, tough first outing here at Baseball Park. Swung on some low ones when he didn't need to, swung on some high ones when he didn't need to as well. And then Chapman, a nice line drive over first baseman and out to right field. A couple of foul balls preceding that, but better timed on this one here. Nice line drive to right field, getting himself a single. Reese Thompson following up. The ground ball past third baseman. You see on the highlights there, didn't get a lot of contact. It was still good enough to advance to first, and then sacrifice bunt. Tom Williams, big gamble. Maybe not the best idea if you've got 1 out already in the shed. Maybe better if you haven't got any. And that put the Eagles in a tough position with still 1 out remaining. Braves, to the credit of Tucker Smith, kept that deficit at 1-0. Except before the highlights, better 1-0 than 3-0 from their point of view. It was 3-0, and the Eagles were able to get those 2 extra runs through those players on second and third. The task would have been a lot tougher. Kept themselves in this game. Even though only 1 run has been scored, tough encounter, a close encounter, as both sides had anticipated. This being the grand final rematch, Kevin Clark is going to lead it off for the bottom of the fourth. A little bit high there. Swing and a miss. Clark trying to swing on a slightly higher fastball there from Brendan Singh. Big Singhy, affectionately known from all the Eagles. 1-1. 1-1. Send that curve away. Ball 2. Clark grounds this one to first baseman. Chapman with an easy ground out. That's 1. Down for the Braves. All bases unoccupied. So we now bring up the designated hitter in Matt Kennelly. Kennelly hasn't really got going tonight. He can hit him big just like Tim. That one close to the zone but a little low. I don't know. Lovely line drive towards left field. Matt Kennelly, is he going to take it on and go to second? He is not. He will play it safe and get a base hit. Nice drive over third base toward left fieldman in Barr. And Kennelly He's got the Braves started at the bottom of the fourth. They're desperate to answer the Eagles' challenge. Kennelly the tying run. Here's Liam Collins. Liam Collins with one out for the Braves. Runner on first. Grounded towards third base. Graham takes it on the half volley. Throw to first. That one's gone wide. Kennelly, he's going to sneak to third. Will he take it on and get the tying run? He'll play it safe again. Sliding into second is Collins. That's a rare error by the reigning champions. And all of a sudden, the Braves could level it, possibly take the lead. Daniel Choi. We need a good hit here to give Kennelly the tying run. Collins the go-ahead run. All the infielders pushing in. For possibly a double play. Double play would end it as far as the Braves' next at bat is concerned. The Eagles would want to end it now. The Braves, they've still got 2 outs in the shed. And Choi would want to send both home. Choi swing and a miss. A good change of pace from Singh. Strike 2. Swing and a miss again. And the same result from Singh. The change-up sunk low. Choi swung and paid the price. That's 2 outs. And now the pressure back on the Braves through Lenny Golding for his next at-bat. I don't know, I'd rather have the infield staying deep. They've pushed back. Golding caught looking on that first pitch from Singh. Strike 1. Golding seeing that one off well. Singh just going a little loose on that last pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. One and two, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Braves want to keep the drive going. The Eagles desperately want to end it. In it comes. High one and wide to the left-hand side. Even count. That one sunk late. Gee, that was close. That's ball 3. Full count. Singh. What can he deliver? Same question can be asked for Golding. Got him! Singh got him looking. He is on tune since he came onto the mound an inning ago, and again has ended a potential Braves scoring drive. They preserve their advantage, 1-0 after 4. Heading into the top of the fifth here at Empire Ballpark as we show you some highlights of that last inning. The Braves got some drive going, and off the back of a rare Eagles error, that allowed runners on second and third. And for a time, the Braves looked to have had a chance to not only get a tying run, but a go-ahead run. But Brendan Singh, he is on song, no pun intended, got a vital strikeout and has stopped the Braves in their tracks for a second time. There you see that error that saw Kennelly and company advance a base. Singh got him looking on a couple of vital pitches there at the bottom of the fourth. Two sinkers deceiving Dan Choi. And then the responsibility fell on Lenny Golding. Wide ones to start, but then Singh got another strikeout. That's allowed the Eagles to preserve their 1-0 lead. Still anybody's game after 4, but you would sense that the Braves' 2 chances went begging in those last 2 innings to try and get a tie or take the lead. As Jess Williams, the lead-off hitter for tonight, will get things started in this fifth and starts off with a foul. Pitch coming up, Williams letting that one pass. And I'm not putting the mockers on anybody. You know, compared to the 2 grand final matches we had where both were one-sided, there's been a very close contest, and that's great to see to open the season. In 25-26, Braves looking for a little measure of revenge following those 2 humiliating losses back in March, while the Eagles aim to repeat the dose, but no one's having it easy out there. 2-1 count, none away this time. Smith puts one in there and evens up the count. In it comes. Just sinking low there. 3-2. Nice ground ball, goes past the infield. And Williams, another base hit. He's starting the season with a flourish, Jess Williams. 2 for 2 at bat this evening. He is really being a key at the top of the batting order. Very quick fastball from Tucker Smith. Williams timed it brilliantly. Getting that one past short, stopping Golding. Another single for Jess Williams. Alex Hall's next. Left-hander to left-hander. Hall flies it high to left field. Beaches underneath it. Makes a great catch. And Williams looking to tag up. Will prove now too steep to climb on this occasion. 1 out. Ball flying out to Beaches at left field. Wonderful catch. Beaches keeping his eye on the ball, making his chance count, but one big hitter goes out, another big hitter comes in. Mitch Graham on an RBI double to give Dixon the go-ahead run. Morley have been in the lead 1-0 since the 3rd inning. And Graham aimed to increase it. Facing Tucker Smith. One goes a little low, and I would say inches outside the zone. Looked pretty close. That is ball 1, 1-0. Runner on first. Graham, ground ball, Kerr, 1 out, double play, and a timely one too. A double play on the 4-6-3, and that ends the top of the 5th in a flash. Well, Morley tried to form a resistance to the Braves' challenge and increase their lead, but it didn't eventuate. As we see the highlights, thanks to the team at FRS. A couple of good ground ball drives. That one went past the infield through Jess Williams. Then Alex Hall tried to do the same. hit against the draft. Still that breeze is there. Joel Beaches went back, took a brilliant catch at left field. And then Graham rounded to second. Kerr on the 4-6-3 double play. Great ground fielding there by the Braves. That put paid to Morley's attempt, increasing their lead. We're at the bottom of the fifth, still 1-0 in this grand final rematch. Part of Gala round in season 25-26 to open the season. Of course, both these teams will have a second match across the weekend. Perth tomorrow, Morley rather, tomorrow against Perth, and the Braves on Sunday morning against South Perth, weather permitting. Let's just hope forecasted rain does stay away, but count your chickens before they hatch, as they say. Brendan Singh, Singy as he's affectionately known at the Morley Eagles, warming up. Apart from that lone run being scored, it has been a game dominated by the men on the mound. Hall and Singh for the Eagles, Hatcher and Smith for the Braves. Where the game has been controlled for the most part. Then it's really come alive with plenty of scoring chances from both sides. The hit tally really shows how much this game has come alive, but mostly in favour of the Eagles. It's a 5-1 hit count in favour of Morley, as Joel Beaches will lead it off once again. The Braves badly need some life out of the top of the order. Beaches, Kerr and Kennelly have struggled against a very quick pitching stock from the Morley Eagles. Just outside, 2 consecutive balls to begin. Two and 0. This time, Singh's able to get one up there. And again, Singh able to put it in the right area, leaving Joel Beaches in two minds whether to swing or go for it, but he did get caught looking. Beaches gets a ground ball to third. Graham. Oh, to first. Is it good? It is. Graham again playing a damaging role at third base, like he did in the grand final. He set up one drive with the bat. Sharp eye at the plate. He's got a sharp eye on the field as well. Jeff Kerr is next with one away. One up, one down on the Braves. They need Kerr to fire. Goes for a big swing, but got a top edge. Faintest of edges there from Jeff Kerr. Badly needs a hit. Up against Brendan Singh. Oh, and 2. Kerr seeing that one by well outside the zone. 1 and 2. That one very high from Singh. Wanted to get some pace on that one, but the release sees that one well above Kerr's head. Kerr grounds this one to shortstop. The throw from Dixon to first is good. 2 up, 2 down. So Beaches and Kerr both grounding out. And this will leave Tim Kennelly, the legend himself. He's done it all in Australian baseball. And he finds himself and his team with their backs against the wall. Facing Singh. Tried to go big, did Kennelly, but came up empty. When he gets a connection on that fastball, there's only one place where it's going to go. It's over the wall and out of here. Singh doing brilliantly to keep Kennelly out of the contest. That's popped high. The catcher in Thompson looking to get underneath it, but that was over the net. 0-2. To the count. Can Singh again preserve the Eagles' advantage. Stayed low. Kennelly thought better of it. One and two. Goes low. One just bobbled out of Thompson's hands. Now we have an even count at the bottom of the fifth. Big phase in this game. Nelly, what a good pitch in the perfect area, because he knows how good he can strike him. As I said before, when he hits them, they stay hit, but he's facing a big battle. Brendan Singh to deliver the 2-2. Swing and a miss! Singh wins another battle. And after 5, the Eagles, the reigning champs, preserve their advantage. They lead 1-0. Highlights at the bottom of the fifth. Whatever the Braves tried simply did not work. The Eagles, their fielding, especially their ground fielding, has been exceptional tonight. And Brendan Singh, since he came on to the mound after Hall completed 2 innings, he has been damaging. He's only conceded 1 hit and has had 4 strikeouts to his name. Backing up Kieran Hall's work from earlier in the night, where he struck out 5. While Smith, in contrast, when you're looking at the pitching duels, he struggled in 2 completed innings. He surrendered 3 hits and has only struck out 1. So in a game that has really been controlled up until now completely by the pitchers, the Morley pitchers are winning out. Singh's ratio in particular, pitches to strikes, 40 to 26. In contrast, Smith 27 to 19. Having said that, 3 hits that he's conceded undoes all of that. Now the Braves, as we hit toward the top of the 6th, they've got their backs to the wall, and we see another pitching change. And this time, it's Jake Bowie, number 4. So this will be the Braves' 3rd pitcher of the match. As you see there, Jake Bowie warming up. All important stretch in this game. Those fans of MLB as well. We'll get to some of those scores from today's game a little later on. It's been a big day of MLB action. Jason Miller, the Eagles' designated hitter, will lead things off. And there by Miller, just moved himself out of the way there. Just closing in on the inside of the zone there, Jason Miller. Now face the 1-0 from Jake Bowie. Good ground ball out towards shortstop. Well taken there by Golding. His throw to first is good. First out, just what the Braves needed. They'd ideally want to get a 3-up, 3-down to still give themselves a chance. Try and get that tying run because it has been a bit of an uphill battle for them. As I said before, whatever the Braves tried at the plate did not work. Jake Bowie could be the one to restore the momentum from the mound. A couple of positional changes as well. Lockie Varian coming off the bench to go at left field for the Braves. That's a foul ball, 0-2. Kerr's now gone to third base, Golding at shortstop. Beecher's at second. Clark's still on first. Collins, Kennelly still at right field and centre field respectively. 1-2 the count. I'll tell you in a moment about next Friday night's game. We'll kick off round 2, 25-26 season. Right down the middle from Bowie. And Barr is sent packing. That's 2 up, 2 down. Kieran Chapman, who got a single in his last at-bat. Certainly want to emulate it. Jake Bowie, he's suddenly starting off with a flourish. 1 for 2 is Kieran Chapman. That one's a beauty. Blink and you miss it. Strike 1. Setting that one low on this occasion. 1-2. Or 1-1, I should say. And this time going high. Two and 1. Again, just going low. Big swing from Chapman. That'll be a foul. We've got a full count as a result. Braves looking for a 3-up, 3-down. Their pitching has kept them alive in this game. Their pitching and their ground fielding has been very good. The lack of scoring drive at the top of the order in their batting has let them down at this stage. They do have a couple more chances. Oh, what a catch! Bowie! That was brilliant. What more can you say? Got the ground out as well. Jake Bowie. That one was hit at him like a tracer bullet by Chapman. A big take. And Bowie able to throw to Clark. Have a look at this. It did bounce. It was off the half volley. And it was a brilliant take by Bowie. Throw to Clark with ease. 3 up, 3 down. Could that spark the Braves as we head to the bottom of the 6th? That remains to be seen. Still 1-0 in favour of the Eagles. Bottom of the 6th here at Baseball Park in the West. First of our live broadcasts of the Harcher State Baseball League 25-26, and we've got a tight one on our hands. This one is in the balance. Grand final rematch between the reigning champs, the Eagles, and of course the Braves, last year's runners-up. Looks like Warwick Sorpold is going to take to the mound. Usually a starting for the Eagles, but he's been held back until now. And of course, keeping to that 30 player point limit. The Braves started with 22, and the Morley Eagles started with 19. So as long as they keep that 30 player point limit, both teams will be all right. It was introduced at the beginning of this season to try and even up the competition, especially as well looking at giving some of the younger players an opportunity to start for their teams on a more consistent basis. Started a critical stretch in the game. Bowie. So the third string pitchers of tonight's game facing each other. Sorpold starts off on a good note. Good fastball down the middle. Strike one. Sinking low there. Second pitch, 1-1. Good ground ball from Bowie, out towards second. That's well taken by Williams. Throw to first is good. Great set play there by the Eagles. Bowie got plenty of that ground ball, but Williams was in great position. Made the throw and inflicted the first out. 1 up, 1 down. This will bring up Kevin Clark. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Strike one. Another fastball that just zipped past Kevin Clark. Top edges that one, and that is right out of there. The way in which Kevin Clark would have wanted it. Wanted that ball to be out of there on the other side. Over centre field, preferably. But it's 0-2. Oh, that was close. Just curving in. Not curving in enough. One and two. 1 away. Again, just wide. 2-2. Clark doesn't get all of it. It bounces over the line and foul. We'll repeat the 2-2. It's only about next Friday night. We're going to see the Braves again under the Friday night lights, this time against the Korean Cats. And that'll be an 8:30 start. You can see that live on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube pages. Home of WA State League action in 25-26 as Clark strikes out. He got caught looking. And all of a sudden it's 2 up, 2 down. Braves and the Korean Cats kick off round 2 of the Harcher State Baseball League for 25-26. We see Lachlan Varian coming off the bench. I think is that pinch hitter in place of Matt Kennelly. That's a drop strike. Still inside the zone. Varian was looking. Although Thompson, the catcher, dropped it. It's still ruled a strike. As Varian was looking. 0-1. Oh, that one just outside the zone. Held its line too. Thick edge there and a foul. Don't forget, of course, Wednesday night as well, the first of the Women's Elite Series matches. Should be a very exciting Series 2. 4 teams doing battle, second iteration of the new competition. Varian lets that one go. Plate there. The pitch, good change up there from Sorpold. That's 3 up, 3 down, and we head towards the top of the 7th, the final inning, and still it is the Eagles in control with a 1-0 lead. Back with you at Baseball Park. We're heading to the top of the 7th. And it's still anybody's game, it has to be said. It's a 1-0 lead to the Morley Eagles. But it's a game that's been controlled by the pitching stock of both sides here tonight. Especially Morley. Warren Sorpold starting off with a flourish. He's the 3rd pitcher of the Eagles side for tonight. 14-9 ratio. Early on with 2 strikeouts, has really stifled a lot of Braves' chances at a scoring drive. When they get to the bottom of the 7th, it'll be their final chance. They've got to make the most of it. The Eagles also have a chance to just try and put the game out of reach for the Braves. It's easier said than done. Game where anything can happen. Not only got to be skillful, you've also got to be lucky. Leading things off for the Eagles will be Reese Thompson, facing the man there on your screen, Jake Bowie. Important time in this game. Straight away, Bowie. It's a pearler of a fast ball to start off, forcing Thompson to swing. Second a little lower this time. Bowie, that second pitch, fast ball, but just low inside the zone. 1-1. Faint edge there. Foul ball. A 1-2 count. A bit of extra height on that fast ball there. Even count. 2-2. Great turnout here at Baseball Park. It'll be great for the players as well. They deserve plenty of backing. Great competition. Starting things off with a bang as Thompson swings for the fences, but comes up empty. Bowie with a perfect start. 1 up, 1 down. Tom Williams. Williams lets that one go past, sinking low. Shout out to Mitch Schofield, who's watching on our Facebook Live broadcast. Thanks for tuning in, Mitch. 1-0 is the count. Williams goes big, gets a thick edge. Foul ball. One and one count. Williams 0 for 1 tonight, facing Bowie. Good change up, Bowie forcing Williams to have a look at that and got pinged for doing so. One and two. Did Bowie get him looking? Oh, that was close. Tough call for the home plate umpire to make. He's in great position. Even count, 2-2 with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Williams, just to see by a little extra height that Bowie threw up on that fastball. That's 2 up, 2 down. Dixon is next up. Was the only run scorer of the match thus far. And if the Braves can get this third out, that's given themselves a chance to pinch this game at the 11th out. Bowie with another brute of a fastball down the middle. One. Umpire at first base saying Dixon didn't look, so he's safe on that one. One and one. One outside. Two and one. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Even count. Base is empty. Curving away. 3 and 2. Full count. Got him looking. Bowie with a crucial strikeout. And last season's runners-up have given themselves a chance. Bottom of the 7th coming up. It's a 1-0 lead to the Eagles. Jake Bowie showing great control on the mound. Good variety, fastball, a couple of sinkers. And a 3 up, 3 down at a critical time. Good fastballs there towards the left corner of the plate. And that left the likes of Thompson, Williams and Dixon all deceived. No drive they got And now the responsibility is being taken to by those in the field to try and prevent the Braves from pinching this game. With Morley, that one run, that's been their advantage since the top of the third. And it would look comfortable in any other game, but not this one. The Braves, they've still got a chance. Pinch this one at the 11th hour when their batting lineup hasn't really got going. As you see, Bowie wrapping things up in style. Dixon might have been a little bit unlucky on that last pitch. That one was teetering on the zone line there, but the home plate umpire is in a much better position than I am. And that vital strike has given the Braves a chance. This game going down to the wire. No better way than to start the season with a grand final rematch that's in the balance. Something's got to give in this game. Saupold on the mound. And the first that he'll be facing is Liam Collins. 1-0. The Braves can still pinch it. But Morley, simple, 3 outs and you've won it. First pitch coming up. That one's high. And another thing you certainly wouldn't want against you is base on balls. Saupold's pitching has been exceptional since he came onto the mound to replace Brendan Singh. So far, he started off a bit loose with 2 high fastballs outside the zone. Make that 3 high balls. Collins doing very well to see them through. Of course, one more will see him stroll over to first. This time, Saupold tightens it up. A beauty. Right down the middle. Strike one. A 3-1 count. Top edge there with plenty of hang time. Foul ball. Three and 2. Got him looking. Again, that one was teetering on the zone line, but Saupold just got that one to go, and that's 1 down. And it's at the lower part of the batting order, so the Eagles are advantaged on this. But they need players like Choi and Golding who can drive them well. Try and get some base hits and leave it to the likes of Beaches and Kerr at the top. That's ball 1. Very close, strike 1. Even count, 1-1. Could Saupold be the finisher if he gets these last 2 outs? Choi pops it high. Thompson's going underneath it. He's made the catch. That's 2 up, 2 down. And again, that leaves the last chance for the Braves in the hands of Lenny Golding. Ideally, even though it's 2 outs, he'd want to get a single. That'd be the best outcome. And the top of the order, want to really get that drive going, but a full credit to Warwick Saupold. Last 2 innings have been brilliant. In comes the pitch. Big drive to right field. It's high in the air. Who wants it? Oh, he's dropped it. Williams has dropped it. Golding slides in. A double. Oh my goodness! What a moment in this game! Golding hitting against the draft, the breeze carrying it for a long time, Williams underneath it, and it slipped off his glove. And this leaves Joel Beeches. Joel Beeches at the top of the order. He's failed to fire tonight, but what an opportunity to try and give Golding a chance to run to home and get the tying run, but there's still one out left. And the Eagles want to put this one to bed. In comes the pitch. Right down the middle from Saupold. He got him looking. Foul ball, top edge behind home plate. It's 0-2. Warwick Saupold, one strike away from giving the Eagles victory. Can Beeches keep the Braves alive? In comes the pitch. Has he got him looking? He has! Saupold has done it, and the Eagles pick up where they left off some 6 months earlier. But by gee, it wasn't as easy as their grand final victory in March, but a win's a win to start the season. The Eagles have defeated the Braves 1-0 in 7 in an exciting start to the season here at Baseball Park. The Braves had plenty of chances, but just couldn't get it going in the batting lineup. And the pitching star for the Morley Eagles again making the difference. Their three-prong pitching stock in Hall, Singh and Saupold were effective when their chance came and prevented the Braves from getting any sizable scoring drive. But the Braves, they kept themselves in at their own pitching stock, and their ground fielding also exceptional. But it was their batting that let them down. And the Eagles with their third straight win over the Braves, of course going back to the grand final series in March and now tonight, they have done it 1-0 in what was a very exciting encounter. As we show you some of the highlights, it was a game that was controlled by the pitchers, but in the end it evolved into teams getting some scoring drive, but ultimately going unrewarded. But that run in the third inning proving crucial as the reigning champions start with a bang against the Braves, 1-0 in 7 in our opening Friday night matchup in the Harcher State Baseball League 2025-2026. Thanks so much for your company. And on behalf of all of our wonderfully talented team at FRS putting it all together, great job, folks. We look forward to seeing you on Wednesday night for the first of our Women's Elite Series matches. And again next Friday night for the Braves and Kareen Cats, kicking off round 2 of the Harcher State Baseball League for 25-26. Good night, everybody.